So dudes, welcome back to the Gregor Gaming Experience. Sorry this one is late. Like I said, the broadcast for Tuesday for NAL got canceled, and I didn't have anything to record or talk about. So we're going to break down 2 rounds from Wednesday, where Oxygen is going to encounter a certain kind of kitchen hold that's going to be extended on the outside a little bit, and they have some trouble with it. And then we're going to talk about how they adjust to it and then manage to win the second time they encounter this particular kind of kitchen hold. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is actually look at the site setup itself. And eventually we're going to look at how Parabellum actually... Parabellum? I don't know how to freaking say it. We're going to look at how they actually used these holes to look into the site to counteract the blue team's attack. Okay? So there's a couple of things about the setup there that you're going to find really weird. Even in like a relatively medium to medium high elo for ranked on cafe, maybe even higher elo. But there you have head level holes here. This is open. This door is open. Or well, it's made into a door. It's a wall normally. No holes over here by this particular wall in prep. Even though it's soft, I'm not 100% sure what the rationale behind this is. It might have something to do with like them running out of reinforcements. I don't know the exact amount that they used for the entire hold itself. Suffice to say, they might have a prep player here trying to contest this angle over there. On occasion, maybe like spray through it soft if they get a call based on whatever the bakery player is doing. Not 100% sure what that's about, but. This is open. There's head level holes here. There's more head level holes in the actual rotate wall here. And as you can see, the smoke is going through a rotate. So we have a rotate, and then we have actual head level holes for people to peek on that wall as well. And then when we go to freezer, this is going to be left open as well. So there's going to be a reinforcement, and then this is going to be open. Right? This is going to be open. And you might look at that and go, well, why the hell would you leave freezer open? I mean, that just gives them like a free avenue into the site, which would be one thing if you're doing a dedicated like a 5-man turtle hold here in kitchen. Usually like a turtle hold, you might have like a roamer or 2 up top on the 2nd floor, typical kind of rank kind of hold. You'll probably have like You'll probably have a coffee player. You might have a laundry player. Might have a prep player who will like rotate in between these spots. And then you'll have a bakery player. And as you can see, we're going to have a bakery player at some point. But the bakery player that we're talking about is going to play this for intel and then leave. There's going to be 2 ADSs. There's an ADS. There's an ADS there. ADS there. This is going to be castled off, and this is reinforced, and then there's a rotate. Now the rotate is so that you can move in between bakery and small bake safely, right? But that's just there because normally you're going to have that by default by having this this open, right? This usually barricaded door open. Now, that rotate is important, but the main aspect about this particular part of the hold is the castle barricade, because with the castle barricade, do a little more illustration so you can understand. So usually you're going to have the blue player, you're going to have an attacker try to open this up, and then they're going to open this up as well, kaboom, and then contest the... I don't have orange anymore because I haven't paid for the app. So we're just going to go with yellow, the closest thing to it. So your defender is going to be playing usually behind Cupcake or maybe behind this dresser here. And then when this is open, the small bake window player is going to be able to contest this guy and then possibly get them off of that angle. So if you have this castle barricade here, it's going to give them a little bit more in terms of flexibility, in terms of actually being able to like move around and take fights with the blue guy. I did get a little sidetracked though. Let's actually get back to why these holes are open in the first place. So that's kind of breaking down the bakery thing. It's important, but not as important in the grand scheme of things. So as we previously established, this is open. right? This has a rotate. Again, oh, didn't mean to do that. Again, this is very uncommon, right? Like usually you're gonna have the bakery guy, and bakery is like the first line of defense. And if bakery falls, you usually expect people to be fighting over this wall, right? You usually don't give this up. But the reason for this is because Parabellum isn't going to play, for the most part, inside the site. Because Oxygen's bringing a mostly vertical team here, right? Especially the Sledge. The Sledge is huge here. Sledge is eventually going to get the entire floor open above, and then Parabellum's going to play on the outside. And then, when Oxygen tries to go for the execute, they're going to run into a pincer inside the actual site itself with the defenders outside of the room. They're not going to play inside the room. Okay? So, there goes a car. So this is a line of sight for a Harry Potter or a Red Stairs player, potentially, right? Boom. Should people coming in from Freezer. This is going to be open. You're going to have a White Stairs player. Boom. Should people go in for the hatch drop. This is an avenue for the bakery player to eventually come back in, contest people again for the white hold. Boom. He can participate in the fight too. All of the gunfighting for this round is going to take place between for the most part, between defenders attacking the attackers from the outside in to the objective that they're trying to hold. They're not going to play directly on top of the objective. So that's a little bit more, that's a step above what you usually see in rank. Vertical play is important. Well, vertical playing is also important. Important part of OXG, as you can see here. But yeah, something that I noticed a lot in NA ranked, people don't play vertical. They try to take as many quarter heavy gunfights, right? They try to like frag their way through every problem. NA rank players, like if there's a problem that they can't gun their way out of, they freak out and have a nervous breakdown, right? If they can't just like rely on their gun skill to approach the game. I don't know where this comes from. I think it's just like we all grew up playing Call of Duty on Xbox growing up. But that's just kind of the culture that we have in NA. And in PL, it's a little bit more sophisticated than that. So here's the castle, right? We got castle playing in here. All you guys that say castle's bad, stop, right? Here's another head level hole, right? Castle is the goal of this is to play here and contest ticket window and this piano window, west piano window, which is a little bit complicated to say out loud. This hatch is open so that you have a drop down in case you need to escape if they're going for like a really, really heavy roam clear. But then you have the castle barricade just to provide a little bit more delay, and not just delay, confusion as well, right? Because when they see this castle barricade, right, their attackers are droning heavily here. They don't know that's a great fucking drawing there to describe what a drone is. Maybe if I do this. There you go. That kind of looks like a drone. So they don't know what's going on, right? They see the castle barricade and they don't know how much manpower is being allocated to this particular to this floor, right? Everything on this end of the map is like question mark. Okay, we don't know what's going on. We don't know how many people are here. We don't know how many people are here. We don't know how many people are on the site. So they're clearing top floor because Blue wants to eventually, like, they want to roam clear so that they can safely go below here to mining and machine and fireplace so that they can open up everything and then contest down. Pretend that's the second floor, the Blue. Pretend that's exactly what I'm talking about. And so when Penguin realizes that he's playing against multiple people that are trying to clear him out, he backs off. He backs off because he realizes that his job is not to contest entirely and get frags. Okay? Because the clock is your best friend on defense. By the time that they actually get into piano and they start moving down this hallway, they get to 2 minutes on the clock. They've shaved a minute off. Massive amount of time, right? That's a third of the round. And Oxygen is going to try their best to be very thorough about this. They're droning out everything, right? The drone out cocktail, drone out this side, drone out heaven balcony, Drone out pillar. Do we have it? Is there a heaven player? Is there a guy playing below heaven? That's Kool-Aid, right? Kool-Aid was up here with Penguin as well. Penguin goes, he's kind of playing around white. He gets into a gunfight situation, and as soon as he realizes, okay, I took the fight, didn't win it, back off. Still wasting time. Still wasting time. Still wasting time. Run away. Right? Don't take this fight. Don't take this fight. Because it's a disadvantageous fight to take in the first place, right? Because Newers has head level advantage from elevation. He has the high ground. I have the high ground, Anakin. Okay. You know what, Anakin? You know what, Obi-Wan? I'm not gonna do what Anakin did in the movie. I'm gonna back off, and I'm gonna let you try to find where I am. Waste more time. Waste more time. Minute 30. Oxygen still hasn't established control of the site. They haven't gone into bakery. This is a massive amount of time that Parabellum has managed to shave off of the clock. This is huge. Now they're getting into the vertical play, and eventually what's going to happen is Sledge is going to open like all of this up. They brought a Habana Dream for the hatch. No Cade on the board, which is kind of interesting. I'm not really sure why they didn't bring a Cade. I think you might have been able to swap the Valkyrie out. I think the idea behind the Valkyrie was that you could play for C4 below, which doesn't happen. The one C4 on the board that does manage to go off does not manage to get a kill, but they managed to adjust. But look at this again, right? One guy on site, right? You have Wamai here, but there's only one guy on site, and he's playing for the nitros below. And so we have stuff open at this point in the round, right? We have tons of vertical control. We have holes looking at the entirety of kitchen. We have the prep angle to a certain extent. We're trying to clear out prep, trying to clear dishwasher, right? Nobody is on site now. As soon as the holes get opened up, everybody is like, all right, goodbye. Remember we talked about this being open again, right? We talked about this being open. Here's your bakery guy holding into here. Here's your Harry Potter guy holding into here. Coat check, holding, right? Maybe he can come out and then hold this way. VIP, Christmas player. There's white, right? There's the open white spot. So if the attackers go for this, right? 38 seconds left on the clock. What are they gonna do? And they're gonna try to go through. They can't go through bakery, right? Because this isn't gonna happen. Trying to push down red, they're gonna have to take gunfights here. Trying to push through this side from tables, VIP side, north side of the map, they're gonna have to take more gunfights here. The only option they have is to go for the white take, is to go for the hatch drop, and that's not gonna go well. They eventually do try to go for the bakery push, but at this point, this is way too late. This is way too late to be going for the bakery. Like Ramrod, maybe in through prep, try to get up here, and then eventually plant maybe up here. 10 seconds on the clock. I'm not really sure what was going on here. I think this was more of a desperation play to try and kind of maybe say, okay, maybe there's not going to be a lot of bakery players here, but now we have 2 bakery players, and they have full ADSs, right? This isn't going to happen, right? So this side of the bakery push gets shut down. Then they're trying to do bakery and they're trying to do the white push at the same time. Again, see, this is open. This is open. Manages to get a shot there. And draw it out for you again here. Bakery. Open. Boom. Gets a kill. Right? On a wall that you normally reinforce all the time. And ranked, right? 2v4, 5 seconds on the clock. Okay, we don't have a choice. We have to make the drop here. Not gonna freaking happen. Not gonna happen. You have the smoke to kind of cap it off there. Plenty of smoke grenades on the board. Makes the gunfights easier. So this was a very good hold. This is a very good hold by Parabellum. And then, eventually, Oxygen is going to learn from this and then counter it. So by the time this strat comes up again, by the time Oxygen encounters this strat again, you might be looking at this and go, okay, this looks like what we're going to see again, right? We're not doing anything particularly different from the last round. We're going for the hatch play. We're under a minute on the second floor. This is looking like it's going to be PB's round again, right? Based off of what we saw last time. But the difference this time is that we're going to have a white stairs player. we're going to have a White Stairs player over here, and this guy is going to fight Wimpy by the Christmas tree. And you're going to have a coordinated effort here. You're going to have flashes. You're going to have a lot of pressure on the smoke player here, basically to keep him from eventually contesting the hatch drop. And then when they drop the hatch, Oxygen is going to anticipate the angles that they're getting shot from because they already know. They already encountered it last time. So at this point, all we have to do here is just full send and then take the gunfights, win those gunfights, hopefully win the round. Then we get to that point. Let me show you, right? Just about the same positions. Harry Potter guy, bakery guy, coat check guy, Christmas guy, whiskey guy.
Flank if they want to, though I highly doubt
Oxygen knows this. Popped a smoke grenade. Here's your White Stairs player. When my buddies drop, I'm going to make sure that the Christmas guy can't shoot my buddies when they drop freezer. Here comes the freezer drop.
It is. Smokes go out. The freezer.
Now, the Christmas guy is going to try to contest this again. Right? But he can't as long as there's somebody over here trying to take gunfights with him. They've already pushed past the envelope. Oxygen is in a pretty good position here. They've pushed past the envelope here in terms of the actual angles from which they can get shot by the Christmas guy. Because of this open spot here. But now the Christmas guy is kind of caught because he realizes there's also a white player and he has to fight the white player in order to make something happen this time. Also some really good fragging by Newers just in general here this time. Newers gets a beautiful shot here. You can't really see it because of the quality, but like, whew. Ooh, that was a really good shot. That opens everything up. And of course you also got Eska getting into a gunfight and then not winning it that time. But this is massive, right? They don't go for this like the bakery push. The bakery push is just like, no, we're not doing that this time. We're going to push the envelope in the spots that we know that we can take. And then eventually the whole defense just falls apart because you have the manpower allocated to different positions. We know where they're going to play. We're going to take those fights on the positions that we know where they are at this time. Anticipate them, take the gunfights, win the gunfights. Here comes the smoke trying to stop it. Newer says, nope. Boom, boom, boom. Just a lot of good gunfighting here. Very effective counter by Oxygen here. And this is why, you know, going for a strat, again, sometimes it's good to rely on it, you know, because it's the safe bet. But sometimes it's just, if you're playing against a pro league team, man, they're going to read that and they're going to stop it. They're going to look at your positioning. The next round, they tried to go for that take, and they're going to go, okay, last time, this is what they did. They don't even need to drone it out. Right? We know there's going to be a Harry Potter guy. We know there's going to be a coat check guy. We know there's going to be a whiskey guy. We know there's a Christmas guy. So instead of trying to push the envelope on a section of the map that we can't take, we're going to try to take the control that we can and then take the gunfights. We're confident that we can win. And then they managed to get the round. Huge comeback here by Oxygen. This was a very entertaining match to watch. And also, I was a big fan of the casters this time on this particular match. I don't know their names, but I believe they were they're CL players that got brought onto this particular broadcast for whatever reason. But they did a great job. I was really happy with their casting. They kind of had a more loose, kind of comfortable, laid back sort of vibe than what I'm used to seeing out of like just esports or Siege broadcasts in general. It was kind of a baseball vibe. It's like baseball Siege. I liked that. Very, very articulate, broke down the round play-by-play. I forget their names, but whoever they are, kudos to them. NAL, anybody, if they're watching this video, bring these guys back. Bring these casters back. I really like them. And a very entertaining round, and a very entertaining comeback by Oxygen. Good time to be an Oxygen fan. I know I've covered Oxygen a lot. Definitely no bias there. But yeah, this was very interesting to watch. To see an actual adjustment play out in real time in a PL game. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching the video. Let me know any other games that you would like to see me cover in the future, and I will catch you all in the next one. Got another upload coming up on Friday. At the very least, I will get the Friday upload. Again, sorry for this one being late. Kudos to you guys waiting for this one. Deuces.